Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to First Strike Season 2, Episode 1, hosted by your usual hosts, myself, Brandon Friesen, and the one and only Shane Wall.
And this guy.
Final boss.
Live
from the Extra Life GameShop Stop and Swap.
So, the reason we waited 3 weeks to bring you this premiere was this beard had to come in a little bit.
It did. You looked a little too childish.
That's true.
People wouldn't have recognized you.
No.
As one of the co-hosts of the First Strike Gamecast.
Well, here we are.
And that would have been a problem. Needless to say. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Season 2. We're finally launching this son of a bee. Let me just say hello to all of our loyal watchers in the chat. We have Sanic Universe making it to the first episode of Season 1. Good to see you, man.
It's good job.
Mr. RW Studios is here. Bueno Eselodia, the lovely lady who makes all the art.
I thought she was saying she couldn't make it today.
But she did.
And
that's because she's a true fan.
Yes.
A true friend. Mason, welcome to the stream as well. Mason TV, how are you doing tonight? And Christy Hall, welcome as welcome. So Shane.
Yes.
How are we feeling about Season 2? How are we feeling?
I'm excited for Season 2.
Yeah?
Yeah. We've got so much stuff planned right now.
Yeah? We do. We got a lot. If you look behind us, for one, we're taking this seriously. That's soundproofing on the walls.
Yeah, do you hear that?
You don't. You might think you hear it.
I didn't think so.
But you don't hear it.
You heard none of that.
Because it's soundproof.
Also, Darlene Wall, welcome to the chat. I'm going to act like a nice boy now.
You look nice, Shane.
Yeah.
You look nice.
Yeah.
What is my compliment? Do I look nice?
No,
how about Kai? Does Kai look nice?
Kai is not even.
Why you got to leave out the little guys?
He's not on camera right now.
Oh, speaking of Kai. There's his hand.
Get your hand out of here.
Speaking of him, big shout out to him for putting up all this soundproofing for us today.
Good job.
It looks real good. Thank you very much, sir. What is up, Growling Panda? Welcome to Season 2 of First Strike. Hey! I think every time we bring up that it's Season 2, we need to do the...
Hey, what season are we on?
Season...
That's what I thought, yeah.
Or is it 2? So, what do you think?
When you were talking premiere, was that about season... Or are we talking season...
Well, yeah, it was a bit of a stutter there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot planned for you. We have a new format for the show. We have some new ideas. We have a new layout here. We got some higher quality shiz going down, and I hope you're all just super ready. Shane's ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
We're talking so much stuff today. We're talking the virtual console on the Switch or lack thereof. We're talking Final Fantasy 15. We're talking
TurboGrafx.
We're talking TurboGrafx. We're talking, what was the other one?
Games.
E-gaming.
E-gaming. Talking about games
in the Olympics.
Yeah, in the Olympics.
What?
That's gonna be. Oh,
that's a thing now.
It might. Yeah, it's gonna.
That
be a
just better not be a thing.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Like we always do, though. We gotta open this up with, what are you playing right now, buddy?
Right now?
What are you playing right now?
I haven't played any game at all since Thursday.
Thursday.
I didn't play anything Friday. I played nothing Saturday. Nothing Sunday.
Like we're teetering on Tuesday here, bud.
I played nothing yesterday. I've played nothing today.
What?
Yeah.
Who are you? It's because you shaved the beard. You're not even shaved.
It's probably the longest streak. Can we close that door? Something's weird here. I don't know if it's the soundproofing here, but when I'm talking, I hear nothing on this side.
Well, that's because...
And just much on this side.
That's because... It's because it's soundproofed here now.
That makes a difference.
Well, that's why we did it.
I feel like I'm completely deaf in my ear.
Well, yeah, no, that's why we put this here. It dampens the room.
That door? That did absolutely nothing.
Well, hey, you see that? You see that light over there? You see that light over there? Yeah, that has nothing to do with anything. We're going to talk about some stuff later. We're talking about road trips today. Trips.
The main reason why I have played no games in the last 5 days or whatever is we went on a little road trip.
We did. An Extra Life GameShop crew.
The first official Extra Life game trip.
Well, we've done a few of those little trips.
Well, this counts as a trip.
Like this, what? Yeah,
those other ones. This
was an acid trip, is what this was.
That's more than an acid trip. This is the
more,
trip.
He says more.
It was more. Wow. Absolutely.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a bit. We're going to talk about, before our little trip, our weekend adventure. What were you playing?
I was playing Suikoden 1.
Suikoden?
Or Suikoden.
Suikoden?
It goes by... you can pronounce it both ways, which is weird.
He's playing Sudoku, the math game for kids.
Hell no.
You're playing the math
games. I already know all the math games, and we're done playing math games. I was playing that, and the reason I stopped was somebody came in, saw what I was playing, and immediately bought the game.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that happened Thursday, and now, well, you know what? Well, gosh darn diggity. I got no game to play now.
Yeah, I know. I feel...
So...
You were on an RPG just binge.
Yeah. On the plus side, my buddy, Get Crow Gaming, hooked me up with his copy.
Oh, you do have it?
So now I have another copy. I got that in today.
So
now I have another copy. Now I can keep playing. And we are absolutely going to have to soundproof the rest of this room. I can't take it.
It's bothering you that much.
I can't take it. I'm talking this way, and the sound is all that way.
Well, yeah, Well, we needed this acoustic.
Man, that's driving me
There's
insane.
a reason we did these two walls.
I can't do it.
We can do all that way later.
I'm going to buy...
Right now, you're gonna hop on.
I might. What?
Well, if we shut the hell up. If we have any aspiring YouTubers, sound engineers in the chat, let me just give you a life hack here. Go on Wish.com. Wish.com. Look up soundproofing. For one, it's already going to be cheaper than you would get it anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then
the other is it's 99% off.
If you
original price was $4,000,
and but they marked it down.
You buy it now and it's 99% off.
So it's only $68.
It's only yeah, exactly.
And then you can add on to that by just going for a quick Google search for 50% off coupons for your first time purchase.
It works,
and it worked.
Yes.
So we got all this soundproofing for a hella good deal.
We did.
Just a life hack for all you out there.
Holy balls, that makes a difference. I still can't believe it.
This?
Yeah.
You gotta get over it, man. Like, it's
cool. I never noticed it last week, but right now I'm really...
Well, it's because we have the two walls now.
Yeah.
You're talking into foam.
I know. It's...
on all sides.
Like, I usually talk into foam, but this time it's just different.
Now it's professionally talking. It's not just a hobby.
Now we are professionals.
Smash.
Stop. What was that? Quick and stop, go mark?
Quick stop and go. Quick stop and go.
Yeah, okay. There was no mart?
No, there was no mart. Well, no, but there should have been. That was the joke. Quick stop and go mart would have been just unbelievably ridiculous.
We'll get there. We're not there yet.
No. That's the second shop you want to open up.
Oh,
here.
Man.
Who just entered the chat there? You want to give him a shout out?
Half Sour Dill?
Yeah, what's up, Half Sour Dill?
That's yeah.
Welcome to the show. All right, so you've been playing a lot of RPGs. I touched on it in the soft launch, but we can just quickly, like, you started with Earthbound, wrecked Chrono Trigger, and you kept it going with the Mario RPG.
Yeah.
And you Suikoden you started playing.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 2/4, whatever you want to call it. We got through that one. And yeah, we're just, man, we're on that. I haven't touched my PS4 in like a month now.
A month.
Well, I played about 2 hours of Sonic Mania. Aside from that, I haven't touched the damn thing.
Yeah. Oh, Sonic Mania. We got to touch on that a little bit.
We will.
We do have to touch on that. But yeah, you've been in an RPG binge. I don't know what you're planning to play next.
Probably more RPGs.
Good. That's what I like to hear. I like seeing. I don't know what. Like, I don't play a lot of games, but it feels nice to see you play games. But lately I have been playing a few games.
Oh.
I have been playing a few games. This is new for me. Maybe Season 2's inspired me a little bit. First of all, we got this wicked game thing in by that company. And this thing came in the box. Sonic Mania came out.
Yes.
We touched on that a little bit. We played a little bit of that. We played it here at the shop. Me and Shane got the collector's box. We're gonna go into this
because you just had to.
We had to.
How could you not?
It was like $90, but it looked like you got it was a big box, and it was a nice quality box.
Way bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Absolutely. And then you open the thing, you get the cartridge that looks like Sonic Mania on a Sega Genesis cart, And it opens and there's a gold ring inside. It's wicked. You get the platinum card thing, the metal card, which it's pretty useless, but it's cool. And then that statue.
Yeah.
Which is why we got it, pretty much.
Yeah.
As well as
Are we discussing the game at a whole right now?
No, I'm just gonna quickly touch on.
Okay, I'll shut up. Fine, yeah, that's all you have to say.
We're gonna get more into this later.
Fine.
The box is. Listen,
talking.
man.
Done talking.
You want to go in your mode? We can go in your mode. Talk.
No, it doesn't matter. I can't talk. I got nothing. Sorry.
All right, fine. So I played a little bit of this when I got home. This was like the first game I played at home in a while. I played for like a good hour and a half. Also played it a bit on a road trip.
You did.
It's so good. It's so good. We'll talk more later.
I can't touch on it now. Sorry.
I know. We'll talk more later, but it was good.
Apparently, you need one of my small hats at home.
I need one of. Oh, do you have small hats?
I do have a few small hats.
I think a small hat on Shane is still a gargantuan hat on Brandon.
No. It would work. It would work. Trust me. It would work.
I don't like snapbacks. I
don't wear snapbacks.
Well, I don't like the flat brim. That's
what part of flat like?
Oh, it's not flat. Okay, I thought it was.
Flat brim?
I thought it was flat.
Come on, is that flat?
I thought it was flat.
I did not think so.
Forgive me. I'm wrong. You
are wrong.
Well, I gotta rep the Rocco's Pizza merchandise. A big fan of the branding.
Yeah, use coupon code First Strike Gamecast to receive 1% discount
at the Rocco's Pizzeria.
Pizza.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So yeah, I was playing a bit of Sonic Mania for a few hours. The game is sweet. I was here at the shop, and I was just playing like random 8-minute intervals of random GameCube games. With Kai, actually, he was picking them out for me. What else? I played the Polar Express for the GameCube.
You played
that just
recommended by Christy Hall. Well, I'll listen. Recommended by Christy Hall. Game was terrible. Played some Dr. Muto.
Yeah.
Weird platformer.
It still looks terrible.
Wasn't that good.
I believe you.
Wasn't that good.
I believe you.
We touched on that Lord of the Rings game. Lord of the Rings, which one?
Return of the King.
Return of the King. I played a little bit. That was interesting.
It's a good game.
That wasn't bad.
It's a good game.
A little while ago, I tried out that Mystic Heroes game for the GameCube as well. I love my GameCube. Big fan of that GameCube. Interesting. It's like a basic Dynasty Warriors type thing.
But the zoom times about 4.
Yeah, let's just take this wide angle and just crop it right in.
You need to be in this thing now.
So it's like the zoom this webcam gives me. Like it's just right in there.
Yeah.
So hey man, either way, none of the games really caught my interest, but they were interesting, and I think I'm slowly segueing into getting into a good game. I need to get an RPG. I think that's what I need to do. I need to get into
RPG now.
I think I need to get into just a long RPG. I think that might be my next
pro tip. RPGs suck.
Shane,
just don't
lie to people.
Just don't even bother. RPGs are terrible.
You can't lie
don't
like
waste
this.
Your time.
You can't lie. And that's what I've been playing. It's been real good. It's been one could say, it's been a good game, bud.
Oh.
It's been a good game, bud.
Oh.
One could say.
See, I've been under the impression that this term "good game bud" is spreading like a disease amongst businesses here in town.
It is slowly but surely. We're making that on the map.
It's getting everywhere.
Shirts, wink, might be a thing. Wink. Speaking of shirts, check out Shane's.
It's pretty mint.
Check out Shane's shirt, the official Extra Life Game Shop T-shirt in Sega Blue.
Who doesn't want that?
Who doesn't want one?
I want that.
Who in the chat doesn't? I want to see a show of hands.
Who doesn't want that one?
Because we might just have to give one away tonight.
Have you ever played Champions of Neradg?
Neradg. Champions? I don't think that's a game.
Neradg.
Is that a Japanese release?
Terrible.
I have not. I have not. It looks like a MOBA. And that's the problem. So, moving forward.
Yes.
The First Strike Gamecast. That is who we are. Hosted in the Extra Life Game Shop, Steinbach, Manitoba. Come by for all your retro gaming needs.
Yes.
We got a lot of stories in here, a lot of trades. A lot of stuff goes down, a lot of memories get made in the shop. So what's been going on for the past few weeks since the last season?
We're still on that thing where like the sales of the shop really took a big hit once I cut my hair and my facial hair.
For some reason,
that day it dropped, and it's really strange. I don't know why, but I always found that interesting. But trade-in wise, we took in a massive 64 lot yesterday, which is really cool. We took 33 games plus a 64 plus 4 controllers. That was really exciting. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
You had a lot of titles. Rare one.
Yeah, there was one game in particular that I've never owned in my life, and we finally got it.
And it is one of the greatest franchises on the N64.
Brandon very quickly said, set it aside, that's for me, I'm buying it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I don't own it anymore, technically.
Well, it's 3 games. Some games you don't see, like, they're not exactly rare, but you just don't see them in everyday lots. Like, first of all, you had some other games, which I whatever. You had Sergeant Heroes 2 in there. Yep. You had a Mario Kart in there. Smash Bros, Donkey Kong 64. You know, all of the games that you see.
Mario Kart.
Yeah. So, but there was a few in there that I just don't see very often, so I wanted you to set them aside. Bomberman 64.
That's one.
I don't see that ever.
No,
so it was cool.
Don't.
It was cool to have in there. Blast Corps from made by Rare. That's just a weird game that is on everybody's hidden gems list.
Yep.
It was one of the games I actually did own as a kid. I think my neighbor owned it, and I went there to play it. It's a weird title, but very good.
Yeah, it didn't sell that great, yet it's not super rare or anything. You can pick it up anywhere. But I've never owned that one either, which was very strange.
Yeah, that one I have had the privilege of owning. The last one, a rare title, there's not many copies of it. Much more for the first game. Snowboard Kids 2. And in Season 1, I have touched on how much I love Snowboard Kids. It's just a very good game.
You've rekindled my... That was a game that my brother rented as a kid, and I thought it was so annoying and stupid.
Well, because of the ski lift.
Because for one, he rented it. For two, that ski lift is just...
It's perfect! It's a great mechanic.
Honestly, if you take that game out, the game has no character. So it needs to be in there, 100%.
It makes everybody so mad and frustrated, and it fuels the game. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Like, it is complete bullshit, and I'm aware, but I love it. So yeah, I had Shane set those aside for me. That game is wicked. And I'm stoked to actually going to be able to own it.
And you almost bought it 2 days ago?
Oh man, so on that, we're going to touch on that road trip yet. But just we'll keep Snowboard Kids 2 in mind, because that was some motivation for this, for my reason on going on this trip. So that was wicked. You got all these N64 games. PS1 games, too. That's always something. I wish I could play that Snapchat we took. Or the PS1.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It's on my Twitter. Anyway, I can't stop thinking about it now. So yeah, we got this, and that N64 lot was weird because you didn't order that.
That one just showed up here, and I was very happy for it.
That never happens, ever.
Not at that magnitude. That's one of the best just trade-ins we've ever had.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then what you did order online was a PlayStation 1 lot, because our PlayStation selection here is just trash.
Complete trash.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Do you want to play James Bond Racing for the PS1?
No.
In fact, didn't you sell that one?
Yeah, I think we did. But I still... No.
Yeah.
Nobody needs that.
Yeah, I hear you. So PS1 games, you got a bunch of RPGs.
Oh.
Including Suikoden, which is now sold.
Yeah, that one's sold. But there's a whole bunch of other good ones that I'm very excited about.
You got, what, all the Final Fantasies in?
Not none.
Most of the Final Fantasies in?
We got most of them. Yeah, we got Final Fantasy 7, 8, Tactics, Anthology. What are the other ones? I forget. There's so many.
Well, you got a lot of them. That's what matters.
Yeah, we got most of them.
Yeah. Missing all the games I like on the PS1.
Chronicles.
Like your Spyro.
Chronicles, yeah, there was one.
And Knuckles.
And Knuckles.
Chronicles and Knuckles.
There is an Knuckles thing on Mania.
We know. We'll talk about that yet. So, alright, so that's cool. I'm not sure. You had a guy come in here recently. Remember you saying he was just a douche? Have we talked about this? It was just a douche who came in here. Who scoffed at your prices or something.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
But he did it quietly. He was hoping I wasn't going to hear it.
Oh, okay, so he wasn't like openly, not like Yellow Hat guy.
No, he was not that bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he was there.
It's just something people don't understand is that retro games for your N64, they just go for more money.
Certain games are just worth more money. That's just how it is.
And it just upsets so many people.
It does.
$100 for Smash Bros. What the? This game's 20 years old. Like, man,
it doesn't matter. You can't just pick this up anywhere. If you don't like the prices that the games are at, well, feel free to visit 20,000 garage sales before you find that at a good price. It's all up to you.
And you might get lucky, but still, like, this
maybe.
is what they retail for. It's just how it is, and some people, people need to understand.
You can take all of my prices, you compare it to eBay, very comparable.
Yeah, no, they're all.
That's just what it is.
Some are even lower. Some are a little bit higher if it's a rare title.
Some are a bit higher, absolutely. But this guy, he was in with a buddy, and he was just constantly making these remarks like, "Oh, Smash Bros for 64 for $80. I had that as a kid. It's not worth more than 20." Okay.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, let me buy yours for $20.
I don't think Smash Bros has ever been under $20.
I doubt it.
I don't think ever.
Highly doubt it.
Like, you can't even make that argument.
No.
Whatever. Yeah, do you have any? You know what else has been going on in the shop?
Well, we took in a really sweet TurboGrafx kiosk.
You did. And a CRT TV. A wicked CRT TV.
Yeah.
Which I always give you flack about.
But how good is that?
This one, like the other one, you made a bit. Just a quick recap. Quick recap here. Shane had this TV a while ago, and he made this big fuss about it. This big deal that he needed the CRT TV because it was a Trinitron.
It was.
And I was like, what? Man, it's a CRT. But he's like, no. It's a Trinitron.
It's a Trinitron. It's a big deal.
This is like Shane at Christmas. He was so hyped about this.
I was.
I'm like, dude, it's a CRT. Comes in the shop, brings it here, sets it up. It's just a CRT to me. He turns it on like it's just a CRT.
No, it's not just
I don't see a big deal.
Nah.
Later on, this TV, in fact, you left this TV just to the side for the long. You didn't even use it for the longest time. But you were more on a modern game binge at the time.
Yeah.
So then we we got a friend of the shop. We got a couch from him and a TV and another TV. Oh no, this was a different guy.
Well, the one that's from is from your cousin?
Yeah, my cousin. That's a whole other story. We got a couch and a flat screen for the shop from my cousin, who I didn't really know was my cousin.
No, the couch and the flat screen is not from your cousin.
No, sorry, that's from your friend. And then
that's from my buddy.
That's right. Okay. And then my cousin gave you this other Trinitron.
Yeah, this random guy, he messages me that he's like, "Hey man, I got a TV here. I don't know if you want it. It's a Sony, it's a Trinitron, it's a Wega, it's 32 inches, blah 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 blah." Instantly, I get very excited because you know what? I love everything this guy was saying. I love this. Yes, I want it. Yes, bring it. Where can I pick it up? I'll come to you. I'll pick it up. I wanted this thing. He brings it here, and this thing is just gosh darn beautiful.
Yeah, you were I've never seen you get so excited over something. So whatever. You bring this again. The same conversation from like 4 months ago. Dude. We're getting a Trinitron in here. I'm like, man, you already have one. Whatever, we have the same conversation. I'm still giving Shane flack. The dude brings this thing. It is so heavy. It's huge.
That was a big TV.
It overlaps. It looks ridiculous on Shane's desk.
It does.
Like, yeah, I'll put a picture on Twitter, on the Extra Life Twitter, just so you can see how ridiculous it looks. Whatever, but we turned this one on, and we've messed with this, and this one actually looks so much better.
This one is fantastic.
I can't believe how much better this one looks. We switched, Shane's been playing PS1 games lately, and we switched the composite cords for S-Video. And on the PlayStation 1, that makes a huge difference.
That shocked me.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how much bigger, or how much better everything was.
You can do it for N64, Xbox, whatever you want, but S-Video looks the best.
On the PS1.
I don't know why. But
yeah,
it's
just the way it is.
It's a step up.
A massive step.
Yeah. It worked well. So, yeah, you've been playing in real pretty resolution on that thing. And that thing has great sound. You wouldn't expect it.
We put the sound up to 3/4 today for a little bit.
Oh,
just about deafened all of us.
Oh, I think it did. I think
that's so
why
loud.
That's why that ear. It's not the soundproofing.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Yeah.
It's man. I love that thing.
It's cool. It is cool. This one I am down. I would get up to get down with the CRT.
Yes.
TV. It's wicked. It's wicked. Anyway, like you were saying, A TurboGrafx kiosk. What does that even mean?
Well, it just walked its way into the shop. So you know when you're younger, this isn't so much a thing anymore. But you go to a store, say a Walmart or a Best Buy, Future Shop, whatever, wherever you're at. You have a TV set up in this thing, and that you have like a PS3 system, and you can test out certain games.
Sure.
A bunch of different demos and all that kind of stuff. Well, we had one for the TurboGrafx 16, and this one just super rare. You just can't find this shit anywhere. It just incredibly rare. Mm-hmm. And my uncle had it, and he had bought it off a guy, I don't know, a year ago, something like that. So one day he just drops it off here, and then now we got to figure out what to do with this thing.
Yeah.
We post it on a Canada-wide Facebook page for games and stuff like that within 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Not even a joke.
No, 30 seconds. I posted it. I stood up. I went over there, and I had a notification already. Guy was talking about it. Anyways, a guy from Edmonton says he wants it, and hey, can you bring it to me?
Yeah.
Well,
in Edmonton, which, for reference, we're living in Manitoba.
Yes.
Steinbach, it's where we're located. 15 hours away.
Yeah,
you got to go through the most boring province in the world to get to this city.
You do. So we're talking with this guy, and by the end of the night, basically, he sends me half of what I was asking for as a deposit, and he wants this thing. He doesn't care when we bring it out to him. Anything,
No.
Just bring it to me.
He was
I
stoked
need it at some point.
He was stoked.
So we decide, you know what? Yeah, let's bring this thing to him.
Road trip, baby!
We're gonna go on a road trip.
And what was hilarious about that is while Shane was posting this thing online, he just made the comment, like, how fun would it be if we got to deliver this thing, like, to another province, like Edmonton or something? Just as a complete side comment before anyone was interested.
Yeah.
And 30 seconds after the ad goes up.
The odds of that I still can't believe how that worked out.
It was hilarious. So we went on, it took a week. This was a very impulse thing. Like, it didn't take much. Shane, he made the deal. The guy paid you half the money in advance, so you could tell he was serious.
Yeah.
And then, literally 1 week later, I had to get some days off work, which was a bit of a hassle. Kai was good to go. It was the three of us. And man, Friday night, we just, after I was off, around 10.
Yeah, Friday night, we closed up the shop, and almost right away, you were off work, and it was go time.
It was go time.
Here we go.
It was go time.
Yeah, big road trip. Now, for you, I was up at 6 o'clock that morning.
Yeah, you were.
That Friday morning. What time were you awake that Friday morning?
That Friday? Ooh. Man, that's a good question. I think, knowing me, probably around 11.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I think I remember. I spent my day doing nothing, because I was just antsy about, we're going to Edmonton tonight, right?
Yes.
And then my shift took forever to end. And I got off early, though, which was nice.
He did.
Came to the shop.
So you get off early. You still
I always get off early.
Reek of pizza.
I had to shower.
It was so bad.
I had to shower.
We brought you there. Me and Kai went and got water and some other supplies and stuff like that.
Snackage.
And we picked you up, and then then we went. And you have to realize there's this garbage province beside us called Saskatchewan.
Words can't describe how
This
much of a steaming bag of trash.
Is so damn boring. There is nothing here at all. Nothing. There's nothing.
Nothing.
As much as you try to say, oh, hey, we got, this cornfield on this part of the province. And
Same cornfield.
A wheat field on this side of the province, and they meet up together, and it's a cool thing. You got corn and wheat growing together. No, nobody cares. It's garbage.
Like even look at, you got the beautiful, give me a quick layout of Canada. You got the beautiful mountains of Alberta.
Yep.
The sea you can see from BC.
ocean.
The ocean. Sorry.
Yep.
The ocean you can see from British Columbia. Go down to Quebec, and there's all these beautiful trees and colors. Saskatchewan, man. Field.
Yep.
500 miles of field.
Almost.
And man, it's just...
Yeah, just garbage. So...
But we drove through that for 15 hours.
Yeah, we're going through the night on this thing, and I'm driving.
Of course.
And they had just freshly cut both sides of the ditch, and they had these massive bales on each side of the ditch.
All the way.
So I kept thinking, because we have a lot of deer and moose problems, especially in that area, that these bales in the ditch are moose and deer. And every single time I would see it, I'm like, okay, no,
we're
good.
No.
Because if there's a moose going across the street, if we hit that,
we're done. We're done.
Like 90% chance I'm dead and you're dead. Kai's fine.
He's in the back seat.
And that's why he's in the back seat.
And that's why he's in the back seat.
But realistically, me and you are probably dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because those things are just unnaturally tall. It doesn't even make sense. But yeah, we keep on going. We hammer down. We show up in Edmonton. We meet this guy. And he buys our unit.
No one slept on this trip. Like, we're 15 hours and drunk off of field. Because that's all we've been looking at for 15 hours.
So much field.
So yeah, he was a cool guy. He was a very cool guy.
Yeah.
He knew his stuff. Like, he was a collector.
He's got every single TurboGrafx 16 game.
Let's take a quick break from this story, actually, because I'm sure, we got 8 people here right now. I want to bet that maybe one of them knows what the TurboGrafx 16 actually is.
All right, so
let's call this
debuting our new segment.
History Lessons with Shane.
History Lessons with me. So
I'm excited for this. I like being educated. Yeah, welcome here, kids.
Yeah, you know what? You just sit in your chair, relax real deep. Go put the coffee on. Pause the stream for a bit. Go put the coffee on, the tea, the whatever, and come back to it and just enjoy the next few minutes of the Shane's History channel.
The Shane Wall Show.
The Shane Wall Show.
The Shane Wall Show.
We're gonna get right to it. So
Take me to church.
We're gonna give you a little bit of time here while I drink this water.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, hopefully your tea or coffee's done because we're getting right to it. TurboGrafx 16 first debuted in Japan in '87. It was made by the company NEC. They had been very successful making computers, actual computers in Japan that sold very well, and they decided they wanted to get into this video game market. It had been 4 years of Nintendo dominating the Japanese market, and these guys thought they could do better. So they decided, you know what, we're going to try to do this thing. So they release it in '87. It does extremely well. This TurboGrafx 16 is what they call it. It was a 16-bit system. Nintendo's was an 8-bit system. It outsold the Nintendo and the Sega Genesis in the first year that it was around for, which is wildly successful. Like, just think about that.
Yeah. To outsell them both?
To outsell them both.
And be this no-name... Like, who knows who you are?
It would be like Dell making a game system
and
outselling Sony and Microsoft.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so crazy idea. It would never happen. But it was very successful, and it kept on having strong sales. And the main reason was it looked like a next-generation system. Nintendo had nothing on it in terms of the graphics and the power and all this stuff. So they decided to bring it out west. And in Japan, it was called the PC Engine.
Oh.
So when they brought it out here, they decided to make it the TurboGrafx 16.
Why?
I don't. Because
the graphics are turbo.
They were almost ahead of that 90s, edgy, in-your-face, ultimate extreme attitude. TurboGrafx 16.
He's the fastest thing alive!
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Gotcha.
So they decided to bring it out here, and... I mean, most of you, I guess some of you are Canadian, some of you are American. In the Canadian market, they signed up with Radio Shack. Sure. Now, we don't have Radio Shack anymore. They got bought out by Circuit City, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Whatever it was. We don't have them anymore. But we used to have Radio Shack here, and I think there's still a couple around.
Somewhere, bigger cities.
Yeah. So they signed a deal with Radio Shack to be, Radio Shack is going to be the #1, the only distributor for this TurboGrafx 16 console.
That seems like a bad marketing plan.
That is a bad marketing plan.
Just one sole distributor.
Good on Radio Shack. That's a great idea.
Bad
NEC, terrible choice.
You're not selling consoles.
Terrible choice. So, yeah, it did not sell very well here in Canada or the States at all. It was horrible. Just straight up bad. And it was weird because the games, instead of having a massive, or not a massive, but a big cartridge that you would just put in, it had these really weird hue cards that were about the size of a credit card.
Oh. I've never seen a TurboGrafx game. Never.
Kai. In that shelf where the 64 games are, all the way on the right side is some TurboGrafx stuff. You're going to see Keith's Courage and probably Bonk's Adventure. Go grab me one.
Thanks, bud. That's my
job.
boy. I know that deserves a...
It does.
Perfect.
And these things were cool. They could hold 2.5 megabytes of data, which is really just surprising.
Oh my god, that's so cool!
See?
No, apparently it's cool.
Close it up. So, this was the pack-in title for TurboGrafx 16. This is Keith's Courage. Or Keith Courage.
So it comes in like a PS1
It comes
type,
like this.
type case.
Now, the actual game...
Oh, wow. That's weird.
Looks like this. This is the entire thing.
That's bizarre.
It is very strange.
Yeah, I've never seen...
Big flaw, if you put a magnet to this,
It
will
erases.
never work again.
Really? Just
Never,
any magnet.
Any magnet, this will never work again. So don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good call. Thanks for that.
Anyways, yeah, so because Radio Shack was the #1 distributor, they got to have these whole big kiosk displays.
Yeah.
Which is the one that we had in the shop here. So it was basically just a nice cabinet like you would see. It had a room for a TV and then the console underneath it so you could test these games out. And the TV was supplied by Radio Shack because they want to show off their electronics and their games and stuff like that. Or,
yeah,
their TVs. And, yeah, so, in other words, the only way to get these big kiosk things was to own a Radio Shack in Canada around the 1989 timeline.
Yes. Sure.
Because it took about 2 years to get it from Japan over to here and all that stuff. So, very hard to find. Like, how many guys do you know have owned a Radio Shack?
One, because I know you.
Because you know me.
Because I know you.
And the guy I know, his dad owned the Radio Shack. That's the only reason why I know that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that guy, he really wanted to buy this one, but the offer just wasn't quite there.
Yeah, they go for quite a bit of money. Because of how rare this piece is. Like.
Yeah, it's incredibly rare. So... That's, basically TurboGrafx. It did not sell well. They ended up selling 6 million worldwide. Most of that in Japan by the time... Like, they had a few other cool things. They had the first CD add-on that could play CD-based games. Nobody really cared that much. It didn't sell well. It was very expensive. So, they kind of just slowly died and then just disappeared completely. The only reason they're somewhat relevant right now is on the virtual console for the Wii. They had a bunch of TurboGrafx games on there.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. I played them. Awesome.
You're absolutely right. I've seen the category.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
so
weird.
that's somewhat relevant. Aside from that, there's nothing really keeping them around. One of their main software developers was Hudson, which went on to make a bunch of the Mario Party games
I know Hudson.
and stuff like that. So that part they're still living on and they're still doing their thing. And also because NEC, which is the main company behind TurboGrafx, did so much as far as the computer side of things, they actually helped develop the Nintendo 64 hardware.
Oh, no way.
And they had a large reason why the 64 is the way it is, because they developed most of the hardware.
Interesting. That I did not know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's basically the TurboGrafx 16. Check it out. Check out some videos. It's a very... The colors. They had such awesome colors, and at the time, it blew away almost anything else.
Yeah, it just was ahead of its time, graphically. I've had no memories, no experiences with this thing, other than the one time I saw you play like a ROM of the big head guy.
Bonk.
A ROM of Bonk. It was cool. It was neat. So yeah, that's TurboGrafx in a nutshell. So we took this kiosk that we just talked about, rare Radio Shack item, down to Edmonton to sell to this guy. And then we had like a day out there.
Not even a day.
Not even. It was 9 hours.
Like Was it even 9? I thought it was like 7.
We left a little early. So yeah, it was like 8, 7, 8.
7, 8
7,
hours.
8.5. Yeah, there's the significance of Edmonton is that it has the biggest mall in Canada. Competes with something like Mall of America.
It's close.
Down in Minneapolis. Super cool place.
Yep.
We got to check that out. We, being the nerds we are, we had to, of course, hit up some game shops.
Yes.
Out there to see if we could find any wicked deals. In terms of wicked deals, nothing really what happened.
No.
But it was cool to see some of these places.
Yeah.
We first stopped by a franchise, kind of like EB Games, Game City.
Game City.
In the mall. They had some cool stuff. It was interesting because some things I looked at and they were just like overpriced. Other things you look at,
they were underpriced.
Underpriced.
Yeah, I found that really weird. Like, they had your Jungle Green N64 for what, $400?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, that was the other guy. That's the next shop.
Was that the other guy?
They had. They also had a Jungle Green N64, and it was also very expensive. They both did. That was the only Fantastic color I could find. My goal when I went out there was to find a Fantastic N64. Couldn't get one for a good deal. No. Because they were just charging out the ass for these.
Yeah, it was not good.
Like on eBay, I can get it for half that price. Captain Retro, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight, bud? It's good to see you. I know Kim is here. I know I haven't acknowledged you yet. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. And yeah, I think that's everybody new happened. Thank you for stopping by, Sanic Universe. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you hanging out and enjoying the discussion. So yeah, we went to this first place. Nothing really there. Didn't buy anything. Shane brought a bunch of stuff with him with this kiosk. Like you brought it in the box Sega Genesis. You brought your VGA graded factory sealed GameCube.
Yep.
No way that was gonna sell, but it was cool that you brought it. A bunch of Sega Genesis games, which you did end up selling for
like
some
a quarter of them.
Yeah, you brought a few N64 games, some boxes for games, just to see if people were interested.
Yeah, because you never know what the market's like out there compared to here, so it was worth a shot.
The market out here isn't. Do we have a market?
Nah, not really.
It's a small niche. So yeah, it was a really interesting time. After that, we went to fun. I have the business card in my wallet.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
In fact, we'll give them a little free advertising. There's their business card.
Yeah, just for fun games.
Bam. Admire that. They were cool.
They were.
The guy there knew his stuff, and he was not a dick. Like he was not a nice guy.
Not at all a dick. We had a good conversation. We were there almost an hour.
Oh, I think I feel like we were there longer than.
Was it longer than an hour?
We were in there for quite. He had
some awesome stuff, and his mom started the store.
In like the 80s.
Yeah, in the 80s. So they had some really cool stuff from back then. It was really cool to see all that stuff.
Definitely.
And yeah, we made some deals. You bought some stuff. Kai bought some stuff. I sold some stuff. And it was good. He was a great guy to deal with. And if we ever end up going back there, I'm obviously stopping in there before anywhere else like that.
It's a shame that I don't know. I thought I was going with that shot. I thought.
Yeah, good job. It's a shame.
Thank you. It was a shame. It was just a shame.
It was a gosh darn shame.
It was a shame that we're not going to really probably ever see that guy again. Like we might go out there and say hi, but like the chance, like
realistically, not at all.
But he was a nice guy. He knew his stuff. He's been running the business for a while, long time actually. Yep. He had a really sick Nintendo case.
Yep.
That was sweet.
Yep. He could sell that for probably $5,000 tomorrow.
I would almost want to buy that for $5,000.
Yeah.
And it was that was neat. Yeah, it was a really good shop. He had a lot of stuff in there. And it was all priced like you would expect a game shop to price it.
Yeah. Yeah, you could tell the market out there was a bit stronger than what it was here. Every game that I have here was typically 10% to 20% higher over there.
Yeah, definitely. He had much more of a markup.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he buys his games for more than you generally buy yours for.
Maybe.
Not all the time, but imagine because he's a bigger scale.
Yeah.
That he can get away with that. Yeah, super cool place. I ended up buying some things. Kai was there with us the whole time. It was a lot of fun. He bought this really nice Final Fantasy 10?
10, 2, and 12 strategy guides.
You hear that? Where the hell did that come from? Okay.
I don't know.
Weird.
Almost sounded like it came from right there.
Where are the PS1 games? So yeah, he bought that. It was really nice. expensive, but it was definitely a cool piece.
Very nice.
Shane sold a bunch of Sega Genesis stuff to this guy for an alright price. I mean, what do you expect from a GameShop? It was a fair for what he was doing, Mike.
Yeah.
And then I bought Pokemon Coliseum for the GameCube. Big shock, I bought a GameCube game. As well as Rayman 2 for the N64.
Yeah.
I've always, not always, but recently, like, I've never really cared about Rayman. But that one, I look at it and it gives me such a N64 3D platformer Banjo-Kazooie vibe. You know, Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64, all games like that. And it looks like it plays pretty well. So I'm actually excited to play through that game. I know I said I wanted an RPG, but I might do that one next because I'm rather hyped. Rather hyped.
Just get hyped.
You get all the hype going. Super cool. I'm glad I made those purchases. Yeah, and he had the Jungle Green N64 Donkey Kong edition.
That was the one at $400.
Yeah, he had it for $400
in the box.
In the box. It was a very bad box. Like that condition was trash.
Yeah,
and that was a little overpriced to me. And he had a lot of those. I almost wish I bought a few of them. Some strategy guides for GameCube N64 era in there, and that was sweet. He had a Mario Sunshine strategy guide.
Sun faded to hell.
Yeah, definitely. Some Wario World ones in there. There's a Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which I definitely should have bought. There's this thing with strategy guides. I never know if I should, for Nintendo, I never know if I should get the Nintendo Power one or the, what's the other brand? Prima.
Nintendo Power.
That's how I feel too.
All the way Nintendo Power.
Just because it's more official, that's how I feel. But the Prima always looks a little nicer.
Prima is always betterly put together.
They are, but it's not the Nintendo Power. That's my issue, and that it sucks. I found a Rayman game on GameCube like 3 days ago. Legends or something. Rayman Legends? I thought that was on Wii U. Or is that Origin? Wait, Rayman? I don't even know. Yeah, I've never been a big Rayman guy, but I'm excited to give it a shot. A new franchise for myself. After this place, we spent a long time there. We went to New Wave.
Oh.
Next Wave.
Next Wave.
Next Wave.
Next Wave.
Next Wave, New Wave. Located right beside the Quick Stop and Go.
Quick Stop and Go. We did. If you want to watch the trip, if I have a moderator in the chat, you can throw a link to the video. That'd be sweet. Thanks, Guy. We did film the whole trip there. And there was this next to this Next Wave store. There was this. I don't even know, a cartoon looking.
it looked straight out of a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yeah, this.
It was called the Quick.
KWIK.
Which is a problem, number one.
that already makes me.
That's already. I already don't want to ever go in there.
Quick the word quick is in white text in a red octagon, and then big space in between stop. Space, go, and space, go.
And go.
Quick
Horrible.
Stop and Go Mart.
Anyways, so we get to... New Wave or Next Wave? What was it?
Next, N-E-X.
I keep
Next
wanting
Wave.
to say New Wave.
Next Wave.
This guy...
He's just a douche.
For what? Okay, I don't like judging people, but I could already tell from the moment we walked in, this guy I was not going to get along with. I was going to think he was a douchebag. And I just didn't really want to deal with him at all.
And yet you bought something from him.
And yet, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. He had some cool stuff in there. It was.
He did. His collection was not bad at all. Like he had Snowboard Kids 2 in there.
Yes.
He had the for GameCube Skies of Arcadia was in there. He had the Wind Waker / Ocarina of Time
Master Quest
demo, which is pretty rare. Ikaruga was in there.
Yeah.
You get quite a bit.
Yeah. So I'm talking to this guy and I'm like, hey, I want to grab some PS1 games because he had a couple of them priced very well, and I was gonna take them. So he gets into the case, and then he opens it, and then the third game I was interested in, he just knocks right on the floor.
He picks it up, drops it,
just right on the floor, and.
It's a PS1 case. You don't drop that shit.
The most undurable game case of all time.
You just don't do that.
And
man.
I said, and I might be interested in, and then he dropped it on the floor. I'm like, well, I was
interested in that.
I was interested in that one. Would you go $10 less on that one, and I take the other two at full price, and so you're getting 3 games, and you're just taking off $10.
Yeah.
He just as stone faced as you can get. I don't negotiate my prices. My price is my price, and we don't do bundle deals here.
And that was it. And he said just the most monotone, stone cold.
Yeah. Okay.
And the guy actually from what was the other store? Fun.
Just
for fun.
Just for fun.
He told us that this guy did not change his prices.
He did.
He even recommended this guy's shop, actually.
He said he had good stuff, but he was a bit of a dick.
Yeah, that is what he said. And he wasn't wrong. He did have good stuff, and he absolutely was a bit of a dick. Kai just threw the link to the whole trip video in the chat if anybody wants to watch our trip.
Worth checking out.
You can see us hit up all these game shops. You can see us check out the mall. The trip there is the majority of it. It was a hilarious time. Listen to us belting 500 miles for 500 miles.
Yeah.
It was a really good time. Check out the link
in the
description.
Do it. Just check it out. Do it.
Do it right now.
Do it.
Right now.
Well, not right now.
Well, after the podcast. Then.
And then do it. Do it right now.
And leave a like on it, by the way. That'd be cool.
Don't bother with that.
We need to get to 45 likes.
We need to get to 45 likes. That's my boy.
You didn't even put it in there.
I didn't. It's because in editing it was all choppy. Anyway, so we're at this guy's shop. Shane bought, Final Fantasy 7? What did you buy?
9 and Origins.
9 and Origins. And you got a good price on both of them.
Yeah, they were alright. They were alright.
Yeah. The shop was cool. He was a douche. His prices were what you would expect, for the most part. Shane kind of found the one,
That was the only games that were somewhat okay priced.
He did. I feel like every game shop in Edmonton has a cool cabinet. This guy had a really nice Game Boy Advance cabinet.
Yeah, not quite as good as the other one.
No, but it was sweet. I was a big fan of both of them. And yeah, those were pretty much the 3 we hit. We didn't go to too many. We were very much on a time crunch.
Yes.
Because we also, we had to eat. We went to Five Guys.
You gotta get the large fries at Five Guys and then not finish the large fries at Five Guys.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
We went back to the mall, did a little shopping there, and then we left there around 8 o'clock their time to make our way home.
Yeah, and we spent another 15 hours driving home in the dark.
That was tough.
The way back, that was hard.
The way back was tough because at this point, we're talking, this is Saturday night, and I've had an hour of sleep since Friday morning.
Volcano Lord Brian's asking, how empty is Saskatchewan, though? Give or take as empty as my love life.
It's as empty as
Shane's facial hair.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Absolutely,
empty.
100%.
Like before, right after you shave.
We're talking just, man, it's so boring.
It's bad. There's nothing to see. The best way to get through it is what we did and drive through the night in the dark so you can't see.
Well, I kept telling Brian, you know what? There could be, there's probably just mountains.
Right there.
Beautiful mountains right there.
And we just can't,
but it's dark and you can't see it.
So picture it in your mind.
It's right there.
In the daytime, you can't do that because you know what's there.
You know there's
nothing.
There is no mountains. No.
There's grass. There's a cow way out there.
Yeah, we went to Saskatchewan twice. Guess what? There's nothing there either.
Saskatchewan.
Nothing there, eh, boys?
Neither, bud. Frickin' right there, Timmy's. So we drove back through the night, and it was very hard. It was difficult. Shane drove most of the way. Kai did a bit of driving as well. We were all just exhausted.
Yeah, the funniest part, at 3 in the morning, we're just leaving Yorkton.
Yorkton.
And 3 in the morning, we just switched, and Kai's driving.
Oh, that's right.
I'm ready to sleep, so I lay down in the back seat. All of a sudden, I open my eyes, and there's just lights everywhere.
Squad.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're getting pulled over.
We just
and Kai was just telling me probably 2 hours before this, claiming he's never been pulled over before and all this stuff. It was probably 2 hours. 2 hours?
Yeah, it wasn't that
2 hours, yeah.
Probably 2 hours before that. So this happens, and then I quickly sit up, and I'm trying to get my seatbelt on, because when you get pulled over, for one, don't ever get pulled over. Don't do it.
No.
It's a bad
call. 2, when you get pulled over, the cop sits in his car for about 10-15 minutes running your plates, your license number, your this, your that, your all this stuff, whether you're inverted, not inverted. They check everything.
Yeah. He didn't.
No.
Oh, he ran right.
This guy got... For one, we don't know where this guy came from. There was nobody behind us.
Nobody. This was out of nowhere.
We're talking...
no lights on.
You can see 4 million miles that way and 4 million miles that way.
From where we are, 15 hours that way, you can see Edmonton.
You can see Edmonton.
That's how flat.
You can see everything. This guy, I don't know where he was, where he was hiding. He had no lights on. Anyways, so he pulls us over and gets out of his vehicle, just immediately, which is weird. That never happens.
The other cop came.
And there's another cop. He's checking out in the back seat, like he's checking things, and it turns out they were really looking for somebody. It wasn't us.
They thought we were them.
They definitely did think we were them.
Yeah.
But we were definitely not them. And then...
What was that?
Well, you touched my leg.
Shane's tickling my hand under the table.
You touched my leg. So, yeah, it turned out we weren't them. And they let us go. Kai was slightly speeding at the time.
I thought it was 110 and it was 100, so...
But this was like no more than 3 minutes. Like
I was
stopped.
on 3 minutes later, I was pulled over.
He got the license, he got his the registration.
Oh, I was...
And then he immediately right after was like, you know what, we're looking, just watch your speed.
Yeah.
We're looking for someone else.
And he was gone. That was it. You could tell we should probably check the Saskatchewan news.
Yeah.
At some point and see what would happen, what they were looking for and stuff. Because they were obviously looking for somebody.
Real hard.
It was pretty wild.
So we saw this guy, like...
Yeah, we saw him a few hours before that.
2 hours, and I said I've actually never been pulled over by them. Because I was commenting on those cops.
I still don't know where this voice is coming from. I am baffled.
I'm Jesus.
Can I have a bike?
No.
Oh, man.
Shane's flicking Jesus.
Stop flicking Jesus, Shane.
I can do what I want, okay?
Well, he is final boss.
And so after that, we keep on driving. I fell asleep for 2 hours, which was just glorious until I wake up. And guess what? We're still in Saskatchewan.
Oh, it never ends.
It just doesn't end.
And even when you get out and you're back in Manitoba, like we make fun of this, but our province is not much better.
It's not really at all.
It's almost identical, actually.
Not really at all better. So we get back into Manitoba. I continue driving, and at this point, I'm running on 3 hours of sleep for like 3 days of whatever. Speed limits are 100. Yeah, 100 is basically 60 miles an hour your speed. So I'm assuming you're American.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't get too excited. I wish. At best, we can go 70 miles an hour if we're lucky. Anyways, so we get into Manitoba. I start driving again, and I'm having such a hard time staying awake. I'm hallucinating. I'm seeing Transformers over here. I'm seeing semi-trucks out in this field just driving across the highway. It's just not good. I realize it's not healthy. I realize I haven't had enough sleep. I understand all this stuff. I was stopping every half hour.
I know you were.
On the side of the road. And the funniest thing was, we passed this semi-truck, and then we would stop because I couldn't stay awake. Kai was just passed out. He was gone.
Yeah, there was a 4 hour chunk where he was gone.
So I pull over, I get out of the vehicle, I stretch my legs, I try to psych myself up, try to get I feel good. Semi-truck passes us, we get back in the vehicle, and then we get driving, and I'm feeling good. We're listening to music, and I'm just rocking back and forth.
Well, you just kept moving.
I'm trying to keep going. Can't do it. So we pass the 7, we keep going for another 20 minutes, half hour. Okay, now I gotta pull over and stop again.
I gotta get fresh air.
You get out, you step outside, you try to wake yourself up again. Semi-truck was flying by. We did this probably 4 or 5 times. This poor semi-driver just wondering, what the heck is wrong with these guys?
Catching up to me,
They're
stopping.
Just speeding past me because we were going like 130 at that point. And then they stop. Why are they stopping? And then they go flying past me again, and then they stop. Like, why? Why are they
playing
doing
mind
this?
games with me? Is that what's going on here?
But we finally made it, and man, did that just feel good to sleep.
I didn't even sleep. I thought when I got home I was going to crash.
You had a lot more sleep during this trip.
I did. Yeah, you slept the least, by far.
Yeah.
Me and Kai had a fair amount.
I had 3 hours from Friday morning to Sunday at noon when we got back.
But it was a good time.
It was a good game.
That's in the top 5 memories of the shop.
That's
just to deliver this TurboGrafx cabinet, which you made a good amount of money on.
Yeah.
It's a very profitable trip for you.
Obviously, it had to be. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Really good time, though. I'm glad it happened. Again, if you want to watch the trip, you can with the link in the chat if you scroll up. Really good time. Glad we got to do that. Super enjoyable experience. Man, that's kind of the highlight of the month.
Yeah.
Like, that's just weird.
Well, it's kind of weird. Like, time-wise, we've been going on for over an hour already.
I know.
And we still have so much written down.
We might have to segment into next week.
We are definitely going to have to, we'll add in something yet.
Well, what I think we'll do, we have another segment we want to add. Spotlight of the week.
Okay, let's do that.
And then we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
Because this is getting lengthy here. So this is we play. Well, I like to say we play games here. I like to say we play games here.
I play games here.
Shane plays games here.
I play game.
Brad, you play game. You got game.
You got game. Switch got game.
Switch has game. Just one. This is gonna be a new segment. Spotlight of the week. Myself and Shane are each going to bring up a game that we have a fond memory for, that we think is underrated, or that we think is just good, that we want to praise and recommend to all of you guys that if you have not played it, or if you have played it even, maybe give it a shot or play it again because of how much we personally enjoy this game. Do you want to go first? Should I go first?
You can go first.
Yeah? We touched on it earlier, so I'm going to go with it. N64, love that console. Right up there with the GameCube. Just two of my favorite consoles. I grew up with both of them. Underrated title, Snowboard Kids. Love my Snowboard Kids. We brought it up earlier, and now I own the second game, which is mint. I'm very excited about that. I have the first one already. I got it from Shane as well. Second one, got from Shane. My memories with this game are when I was a kid. It's weird. I remember most of my experiences with games as a kid, but Snowboard Kids, I can't remember where I played it. I feel like it was at a family friend's house, because they had two kids. I think I would play Lego Racers, Pokemon Stadium 2, and Snowboard Kids there. I think that might be it. But I can't, it's foggy. Either way, it is a weird snowboard racing game, kind of like 1080 snowboarding, but very childish, very cartoony, for the N64. Super, it's not a great game in terms of how it was made. It's nothing, revolutionary about it. But it's really cute. It has just a great soundtrack. That's probably its key feature.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of fun. It's not as tight as a Mario Kart, mind you. It doesn't play as smooth as, I don't know, something else, but it has a lot of charm. And there's the big nostalgia bomb that hits me with it, which is why there's a bias here. But I don't know, if you're a fan of the N64 era type days, and you can go back and play those games like I can, Snowboard Kids is such a good one. And I am real stoked to play the second one. You were actually playing a little bit of it.
Yeah, I threw it on there for a little bit.
And it does look better than the first one.
So I don't know if that's the S-Video kicking in. You should almost bring your cart of Snowboard Kids 1.
Were you using S-Video?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know you had that for N64 in the shop. Yeah, the graphics were just better. The gameplay was smoother, tighter. I don't know how multiplayer would be because frame rate dropped like a mahoosive.
Oh, man.
On the first one.
Yeah.
We're playing at 8 FPS maybe. And, yeah, it's just a super good underrated title. I have a top 10 underrated N64 games video here on the channel. Yeah, I think it was number 3 or 2 on that list. Right up there with Extreme G, also a very good game. Anyway, that's mine for the week. If you haven't played Snowboard Kids, definitely give it a shot. Snowboard Kids 2, also worth your time. Shane Wall.
Yes. We are going to go with Shane's Spotlight. A good old Sega Genesis games, because you know I love my Sega.
I do know you love your Sega.
And we're going to go Sonic Spinball.
Oh, yeah, that's my man.
This is a game that I just stumbled upon one day. It was funny. I had an uncle that was talking to me about how I told him I like Sega games. He said he used to play a lot of Sonic Spinball back in the day, so now I wanted to get this copy of Sonic Spinball. And I looked everywhere to get this thing. I finally found it. And I played this thing for probably 3 weeks straight. It's the only thing I played. And it's difficult.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
That's a long time for that game. Wow.
It was hard because you didn't know what to do. It's your typical pinball game, but you're controlling Sonic, and you can move around a little bit, just enough to make it feel like you have a lot of control. Mm-hmm. But you have to figure out how to get to the boss area. You got to collect all the emeralds to get to the boss and all that stuff. And it's just a very weird game. The soundtrack is unbelievable. That's the saving grace for this game. Without the soundtrack, it wouldn't be nearly as enjoyable. But you got to get so many of these Chaos Emeralds, and it doesn't tell you anything on how to do it. And back in those days, we didn't have internet. We couldn't just search it, or, hey, let's watch a Let's Play walkthrough of this game. No, that wasn't a thing.
You don't
There was none of that.
You're figuring it out on your own.
So I was able to complete the first level, complete the second level, could never beat the third level. I couldn't even get anywhere in the third level. So a few weeks ago, I booted up in the shop here, and I play it, and I managed to get past that third level that I've never been able to get past before. And that was very cool and very awesome to see. But it's a very good game. You got to look it up and at least listen to the music. It's very well done. It's just it's a tight game. Everything about it is good. For a pinball game, it's perfect.
I'm happy you picked that, actually, because that's the one of the few games that I also have memories with. I don't care about pinball that much. But when I also, mind you, it's a shame, but I didn't get to play it on the Sega Genesis. I played on the Sonic.
That's a little disappointing.
I know. I played on the Mega Collection for the GameCube. But I put a fair amount of time into it. I loved Mean Bean Machine, which is a huge game for me, as well as Spinball. Those are the two games I actually played the most of. And I've never cared about pinball games, but that one it stuck out. That soundtrack is magnifique.
Very, very good.
And it plays like Sonic, and then it's pinball, and it worked well. I was a fan. I would play it again.
I'm just saying it took Nintendo about 10 years after that point to come up with a Mario pinball game. So,
right? I haven't played I haven't even played the Mario pinball.
No, it was on Game Boy Advance.
Is it any good?
Eh.
No.
I really wanted to play it because I love pinball. And it was okay. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
But
I don't know if this was a licensed thing, but you just put a memory in my mind. I used to go to Toys R Us with my grandparents when I was younger, and we would always get to pick out a toy.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, we could pick out a toy. And every summer, I would get the same thing. You might not even, you're not going to know what this is. It was it looks, so it's got two, handles, and then there's a square with a screen, okay? And these handles have buttons, or triggers, actually, I think it was. And then the screen is filled with water. It's like an H2O game thing. And you would have, they were all Nintendo themed. You have a Donkey Kong one, there's a Mario and Bowser, I think there's a Yoshi one. And I had 3 of these. I wish I still had them. I also had a SpongeBob one. You would hit these buttons and it would shoot air. You've heard of this before?
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about. Yep. This just popped in my mind now. Do you know what these are, what they're called?
I don't know the exact term, but I remember I did not care at all about them.
No?
When they were advertising them.
I need to look these up. They were weird. But yeah, I had 4 of them, and it shooted air up through the water, and you had these circular things with characters on them, and it would make them move through it, and you had to get, it's kind of like one of those mazes you have to turn to get into a spot.
We had a lot of those back in my day. They just weren't licensed.
Oh, okay.
They were just random, just fish aquarium looking things, and then you would shoot these rings on top of these spikes.
Yeah, it was just like that.
Yeah, it was like that. We didn't get the licensed stuff. That was too new of a thing. But
I'm surprised you knew what it is. That's pretty sweet. Either way, that thing was cool. I had fun with it because I never really had a handheld console as a kid, so that's the closest thing I had, which is a sad thought. I know, but it was a cute little toy.
Good game, bud.
Good game, bud. Good game. Ladies and gentlemen, are we gonna give away a shirt?
Probably should.
We probably should. How do we want to do it? We're gonna wrap up here for season 2, episode 1, but we gotta commemorate the moment with a shirt giveaway. How do we want to set this up?
I don't know. That's really putting me on the spot.
I know I am. That's why I'm kind of stalling and slowly talking, asking for your thoughts, your opinion.
So 1 shirt, not 2.
Well, you want either one?
Well, they can choose.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm giving you visual representation.
I think we only have 1 type of controller in this room. First person to guess what that type of controller is gets. Well, there's more than 1 over there.
And there's lots over there.
That doesn't count. Nobody cares about that crap. There's a lot more.
We have a lot of control.
Okay, I got 4 controllers over there that are all the same. Whoever can guess what those controllers are gets them.
Okay.
Gets the shirt.
Gets the shirt.
So
you have your choice. You can have get the shirt Shane's wearing. Want to just give
this exact one?
That exact shirt, the Extra Life Sega Blue design.
Quick stop and go, Mark.
You can choose the design you want, or if you've already won a shirt on the show before, you are not eligible to win another one. I'm sorry.
Half Sour Dill. GameCube is wrong.
Good guess, though. Good guess. Or you can get the Nintendo Power design.
PlayStation is wrong.
Keep the guesses.
Christy. PS2 also wrong.
And while people are guessing, I'd just like to take this time to let you guys know we do have a lot of social media links and stuff in the description. Check out the GameShop Facebook page. You got a Twitter, Instagram. You can hit us up there and, you know, ask about the shop if you want. See what's going on. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a like on the stream. We'd really appreciate that for Season 2. Get the hype going. Share it with your friends if you want. And yeah, we just appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. What else we got? Genesis, PS2.
I think we got a winner.
I was really hoping that he would win. He's really been so mad when he hasn't won previously.
We have a winner.
Congratulations in the chat. Kai Duick, you just won a shirt.
The shirt.
I'm just kidding. Mr. RW Studios, congratulations.
You got it right with the N64.
We got a gold controller, a yellow controller,
a gold controller, and a
red
one.
Bam.
Red. There's a black one somewhere.
Congratulations. DM me or Shane on Twitter. We'll get
hit us up. We'll get that thing shipped out in the next 8 months.
In the next day, give or take. Minimum 8 months. The shipping to the US is a bitch. It is a bitch. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in.
Absolutely. Thanks for the premiere. It's funny, like, we had a whole, a bunch of different segments and this and that and whatever, but this...
Our time management
just
here.
all of a sudden, we're at way over an hour. I don't know how we got there.
No, we need to... We went on a bit of a tangent. But that's fine. This has been a good one. We did.
Next week, we can forget, like, this Edmonton thing ever happened.
Yeah, it didn't happen. What's Edmonton?
It didn't.
What's Edmonton?
Hey, remember that time we went to Saskatchewan?
Oh, no, I don't. I've never been to Saskatchewan. No.
Okay.
All the memories you make in Saskatchewan stay in the border, within the... Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys next week, as per usual, 9:30 p.m. CST, Tuesday, for the next episode, Season 2, Episode 2 of First Strike. Check out the channel. We got a lot of live streams going on here. Top 10 videos, other gaming-related stuff. I kind of want to get into reviewing games eventually. A lot of plans happening. We'll have an update video.
Turbo graphics.
16. Buy one. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. We love your faces.
Yeah, we do.
Have a good night. Subscribe if you're not. Leave a like on the stream.
Don't drive through Saskatchewan.
Don't ever go to Saskatchewan.